يسجل، لازم يسجل بالعافية، راح يسجل بالغصب يسجل. السيتي يحرق الملعب، يحرق المدافع، يحرق الدوري، يحرقون كل شيء.
كرة خطيرة جدا، والكرة الثانية الهدف الأول، والهدف الأول تاريخي. 12-13 الثاني، ثبتوا معايا.
سيتي لا يخسر، نعم سيتي لا يخسر اللقب ولن يخسر اللقب.
Manuel, good afternoon. Can we start with the injury situation as usual, please?
Well, the list of injury players is the same that from the last game. Is David Silva, Sergio Agüero, Sami Nasri, Fabian Delph and Gaël Clichy.
So nobody yet to come back for this weekend at all?
No, nobody. Maybe next week, one or two players can start working with the team, but for the moment, no.
As I'm sure you're aware, there's been a lot of interest in whether or not Vincent Kompany might play this weekend. How would you describe your relationship with him at the moment?
I don't have any problem with Vincent Kompany. I need to choose the 11, the start 11 that I think that is the best for that game, and the others player must wait. Exactly the same for all the players of the squad.
Is this a case of you wanting to make sure that he is fully fit and happy and ready to play? Because some people are looking at this and maybe thinking that you're punishing him for playing for Belgium when he wasn't playing for City.
No, I not punish Vincent, and I don't have any problem with my relation with Vincent. I think that after 1 month or 5 weeks without playing and without training, you must be fit, but you are not ready to play an important game. So it was important for him to work some days before he will return to the team.
We understand that UEFA are perhaps opening disciplinary hearings towards City about the reaction from the fans during the Champions League theme the other night. What were your thoughts on what happened there, and do you feel that the fans here have the right to express themselves if they want to?
Well, I think that everyone has the right to express what they feel with order, with respect. I don't know which is why is the thing that UEFA thinks about our fans. But if they feel that they want to, I think exactly the same for the manager, for the players, or for the referee. I think that they pay their ticket, and with respect, and they can do, or they express what they feel.
Manchester United this time around, of course. How much more of a threat do you think they might be to your title credentials this year than they were perhaps last year?
No, I always say the same answer for those kind of questions. It's very difficult to compare one season with one moment of the season. I repeat, maybe last season we didn't finish with a silverware, but we didn't start very well, but in January we were at the top of the table. So the Premier League is a difficult league. You must understand that you must, in every game, in the 38 games, you must play as a final, and after that, you can analyze which team do it better. In this moment, I think that we are in a good moment. We are at the top of the table, but that doesn't mean that we are going to do better season than the last one. It's important to try not to make the same mistakes and try to improve in every game.
Do you think it's too early then to look at this game and think that this may be a game that will give us an idea of who might win the title?
Yes, of course. When you have to play 90 points more, very important 3 points. I always say that's a match of 6 points because you are playing with the team that is behind you. But it is not. It will not be a game that will decide the title this year.
In terms of the Manchester derby, what does it mean to the city, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I think for the city, it's always a special game. It's different when you finish the game and you won the game than when you lost. So it's very important for both fans to try to win, for both fans to try to demonstrate who is the better team of the city. And of course, we are involved in the same situation. I think it's very important for as a manager or as a team, not only as a manager, as a team to win this derby because it's a special game for fans.
Do you think it's more exciting when the Premier League is being fought for in Manchester with United and City come the end of the season? Does that make it more exciting for you?
Well, maybe. I think the most exciting thing for everyone is to win the title. If you win against the team of the city or another team, maybe for some people can be better. For me, I think the most important thing is to demonstrate that you are the best team.
And Manuel, Vincent obviously came on as a late substitute against Sevilla. What was your thinking in bringing him on at that point?
Well, because we just scored the 2-1, I think that the last minutes they were to make a lot of crosses inside the box, trying to link with their tall players, and I think that was important for Vincent to be in that moment.
As he is Manchester City's leader, do you think that he has to play in a match of importance like the derby? He's got a great record as well, personally, against Manchester United in those big games. Is it not crucial that he plays?
Who? For me, the most crucial thing is to play with the better player that I think that are in this moment.
And are you happy as the partnership with Otamendi, Mangala, when they are together, obviously?
Well, I answered already that question. I'm happy with the performance of both of them. We both the last 4 games also, so maybe it's not the reason. Maybe you can make changes also, but I think that both of them are in a good moment. As the same way where Vincent and Mangala at the beginning of the season, football is moment for different reasons. In this moment, they are doing well.
How important has Kevin De Bruyne been in the absence of Silva and also Aguero?
Same answer when you ask me about Boni when Aguero is not here. I think that De Bruyne is important with Silva or without Silva. Maybe when they play together, it's better for the team or also Kun. But I think that he's demonstrating every game why we bought him, why he was so important to come to a team that plays an offensive style that try to arrive as much as we can to the other box. And scoring the goal that he scored the other day, he demonstrated that he's a different player. It was not an easy goal. With his left foot to put it just in the only space that he could score. It reflects that he's a different player.
And how important do you think will the rest factor be with Manchester United's journey to Moscow? Obviously, you've been here recuperating. Will that be a key factor, do you think?
No, I don't think that will be a key factor for Normally, the key factors in big games are the individual performance of the player in that game. I don't think that we have advantage in that sense. Maybe if the derby were tomorrow instead on Sunday, maybe it's a small advantage. But from Wednesday till Sunday, I don't have that United will have any problem to recover.
Hi, Manuel. We've seen some emphatic victories in the Premier League from Manchester City lately. Can we expect to see a lot of goals in a fixture like this that's so important?
You never know. We hope that we can see a lot of goals. The most important thing, I repeat, is to win the game. There are different ways to try to win it. I think that we have one, or I hope that for the fans, they can be also a good show and a good game.
De Bruyne, obviously scoring the winner for you the other night, was asked whether he would play the front man, be a striker for you if needed, and he said that he would. Is that a position that you see him in at all?
I think that our team, if you remember last season, we have a lot of different ways to play. Last season we had the 4 strikers injuries, Seco, Joe, Aguero in that moment, and we played with Milner, and Milner scored 2 goals, I think, in 2 or 3 games, and our team scored 15 goals without strikers. So I think that we have the movements and the characteristics of the players that we can play in different ways, and every one of them can score. But he's not a striker. Clearly, he's not a striker, but we can use it.
And in terms of the title challenge, how surprised have you been with Chelsea's start to the season? And is this the perfect opportunity to pounce, really?
Well, I think that having 90 points more to play, all the teams can win the title. Maybe the Chelsea didn't start in the way that they normally do, but they have a lot of more games to try to recover.
Oh, well, could you just clear up how long you expect Sami Nasri to be out for, please?
I think that Sami will be at least, he will, it's difficult for him to return before the international break, so that's 15 days more, he will be injured. After that, I hope that in those 10 days he can be fit.
Okay, and also, just on injuries, just thinking back to the game against Newcastle when Sergio scored 5 goals and then you took him off as a precaution because of a hamstring injury. You then subsequently picked up a more serious hamstring injury on international duty. Was there any frustration there that maybe Argentina weren't as cautious with him as you were?
No, it was not a frustration, because when I changed Kun in that game, I received a lot of criticism of all the media. How can I change Kun where he can score more goals? I changed it because it was a risk, but Sergio was fit to play. If we won already that game, it was not necessary for him to try to score more goals. The important thing is to win the game. After that, he has his national team. It's very difficult to say, no, I scored 5 goals the last game and now I cannot play. But those are things that is very difficult for me to manage.
Just on company, Manuel, when he came on Wednesday night, there was some confusion about the captain's armband being passed over or not. Can you explain what happened there, please?
Yes, of course, it's very easy to explain. Maybe it's not what you are expecting to listen, because maybe more a history can be a better history for you, for the media. The only thing that I thought that Yaya was changing his armband because he was leaving the pitch and was not Yaya, was De Bruyne.
But can you understand?
No.
That in the circumstances with what's gone before, with what happened there, can you understand that people might perceive there is an issue between you and him?
No, I can't understand. I understand that media want to do it, but I can't understand it.
You conceded just 1 goal in 6 games with Vincent in the team. Since he's been out, you've conceded 12 goals in all the 7 games you played without him. Does that not show how important he is and how you can't afford to leave him out of the team?
The importance at the moment of the player. Maybe if you remember last season, we finished the last 6 games without Vincent Kompany and we won the 6th game and we conceded 2 goals in 6 games. So I think the moments of the play is the most important thing. At the moment, at the beginning of the season, I said that Vincent and Mangala were untouchable because they were playing very well. We brought Otamendi, and Otamendi didn't play because they were doing well. After that, there's a lot of things why the performance of the players change, and it's my duty to understand or to try to choose the best 11 every game.
Manuel, to be clear, is Vincent fit to start?
Finish with Vincent. Yeah, I said all what I can say about Vincent.
Is he fit to start?
Finish. I repeat what I said on Vincent. I don't need to explain all again. No? He was 5 weeks without working, and he's returning. He played 45 minutes. He's fit. We'll see when he will return to the team. I always say that this team is better with Vincent than without Vincent.
Looking ahead to the derby, a lot of United fans, the feeling is that they play a negative style of football under Louis van Gaal. But what's your assessment of them?
No, I don't talk about the rivals.
Manuel, at the end of last season, I think it was clear that your team needed to improve to have a chance of winning trophies this season. We're now kind of coming into the middle of, or towards the end of October. Do you think your team has improved? Has it made the steps forward that it needs to make?
I repeat that it's difficult to compare part of the season with the whole season. Maybe last year we need to improve in a lot of things, especially that we lost 9 points against the team that were in relegated position. That maybe that's more that concentration or to play with another intensity some games. We will analyze at the end of the season if this season we really do it. We brought, I think, important player, and that was important for the team. We are in this moment, in a good moment, but I repeat, last season, in January, we were at the top of the table, and we closed the gap from 8 points from Chelsea. but the season is so long that it's impossible for me to answer in this moment what you are asking me. If we win silverware, I think that everyone will say that we will improve. For me, we can win a silverware, we cannot do it. After that, my analyze will think about what is if we really improve in the mistake that we did last season or we didn't do it.
So following on from that, therefore, do you think that you will be judged by this football club purely by trophies then at the end of the season?
No, I don't know in the way I will judge in this club. In the way in the way I analyze my season is different. Maybe I can be happy and I didn't win a title, and I win a title, and everyone said that we play very well, and I can be not happy in the way we did it. But everyone, when you win something, you say you are the best. For me, not always.
Manuel,
that reason.
When you lost at Old Trafford last season, you lost 4-2. You went 4 points behind United in 4th place. You finished the season 9 points ahead of United in 2nd place. Was that defeat a key moment for you? Did it change things? And if it did, what changed after that game, after that defeat? Because you went on a winning run after that.
Well, first of all, I remember that game. It was a very strange defeat. It was maybe similar, but not exactly, but similar what happened with Tottenham this season. I think that in that game we played the first 30 minutes very, very well, and maybe it was one of the mistakes that we made last season, not to be a consistent team 90 minutes. But we played really well 30 minutes. They scored 1 goal. After that, set pieces decide the game in the first minute of the second half, and we finished playing very bad. So the image of the team was not good. But maybe those 30 minutes that we did was one of the reasons why the team made an important reaction in that moment, and we won the last 6 games.
Manuel, just on what you were saying about silverware, obviously you want to win silverware, but is it essential then for you that you win trophies in a certain way? Is it not enough for you if you win trophies not playing the way your team wants? Do they have to play the way you want for you to deem a season successful?
Absolutely essential, without any doubt. Maybe at the end of the season you tell me, well, you are going to win the title not playing the way you want to do it in the last 3 or 4 games. Of course, I want to win the title in any way. But to prepare to win a title in a different style that I think that this team must play, for me, is not a successful season.
In trying to win a title in the way you playing attacking football all the time, is that harder? Is that harder to win it that way than being more pragmatic or defensive?
For me, it's the best way to do it. That's why I do it. I think it's the best way for the club. It's the best way for the fans. It's the best way for the Premier League to be an attacking team. That doesn't mean that we don't have to defend well. That's why I repeat, in the 3 seasons we are the most attacking or the best attacking team of the Premier League. And in defending, we just always finish the 2nd, the 3rd. But I think that you need to add another things, not only to be an attacking football to win the title. But I think that football for fans is attractive if you score goal. I will never play to try to score 1 goal and the game is over and then we all run behind the ball. It's not the way I think it's the best way to win it.
Hi, Manuel. If you manage to keep Anthony Martial quiet on Sunday, so he doesn't score, he doesn't affect the game, do you have a far better chance of winning?
Well, I think he's a very good and young player that he's demonstrating why he's here in the Premier League. Of course, if we are just take out just of 1 player with the other player that has Manchester United will be exactly the same difficult. I think that we must try to have a good defending against good players, not only Martial, all the other players, Mata, Rooney, or Herrera, all of them. And also, I think it's very important to attack them and to arrive to their box a lot of times.
He's brought a bit of pace to Manchester United. He's a very fast player. Are you confident your side can defend against quickness, pace?
Well, I think that our defender can defend against any team and against any player. That's why they are defenders of Manchester City. If not, we can bring another defender if we are not sure that they are able to do it. So, from now, in this season or including the other season, the first season that I was here, I think that last season against Chelsea, that was the best team. We didn't lost against them. The first season we won all the important games, and we know how to defend and how to attack.
Well, can I just ask you about the anthem again in UEFA threatening to charge your supporters? A lot of fans are very angry at that and view it as another attempt by UEFA to hurt this club unfairly. Do you understand their anger and frustration over that? And do you find it odd that they've booed the anthem before, and yet this is the first time that the club's actually been, threatened with a charge?
Well, I don't want to talk exactly about UEFA and our fans, but I always say to the players that when the fans boo, they normally have the reason. It's very difficult for all the fans to make the mistake. Maybe in some moments, some fans can make mistake or can make a boo against one player or one manager for one action. But it's difficult that all the fans make mistakes.
Manuel, when you score late goals like you did on Wednesday, does that sort of thing play in the mind of opposition teams?
I think it's important for our team. It's important not to understand that you must never give up till the end. Playing better maybe is more easy. When you don't play very, very well, you must have another reasons why you can win the game. And I repeat, one of the important things that we didn't win the title last season was exactly because maybe we didn't continue working the 95 minutes the way we did it. We did against Sevilla. Maybe I repeat, you can do it better or worse, but you must try to do it till the end.